Are you ready to stop suppressing your struggles and start turning them into superpowers? Because if you are, then this is exactly what you need. In this video, we're going to discuss how to turn those parts of yourself that you think are negative, heavy, yucky, and instead turn them into your limitless strength. Can you do it? Absolutely. You're going to discover practical methods to transform what you perceive as an obstacle into your unique asset. And that will, in turn, amplify your intuition and it will accelerate your spiritual journey. Because all those suppressed emotions, they bring a lot of chaos. And as you know, most of us have been taught that to be spiritual or good, we had to be high vibing. Like you probably see a lot of people going, ha, all the time, right? And that's exhausting. But in the same time, we pushed down anger, right? Any emotion we were feeling, so anger, jealousy, we would ignore it. We ignore our fears and we would label them as low vibrations and really try to hide away, run away. And as you know, wherever you go, there you are. So whatever you hide from your emotions, there they are, right? So here's the truth. By suppressing also your emotions, it was the absolute biggest block to your intuition. Like imagine this. Imagine your energy field is like a stream of water, right? So it just goes swish. Every time you shove it down or think of a stream, you throw a rock and what happens? Eventually, the more rocks you put down, that stream that was free flowing becomes very slow, right? And that's exactly what it is when you are suppressing your emotions because you can't see what's on the bottom. You don't even know what's right, what's not, right? So you can't receive clear divine guidance if you're only working on half of your energy because you're so exhausted. Everything else is busy holding your emotions, your shadow self down. And my love, that struggle isn't a sign you are broken. Not at all. It is a sign that you are waiting to reclaim your power. However, you might not be really comfortable because the emotions, those are murky waters as you know it, right? So now, how can we alchemize that, right? Let's flip the script. Flip it, right? We stop looking at these struggles as enemies and start seeing them as messengers. This is often called shadow work, but I personally like to call it emotional alchemy because shadow is anything that you don't want to see. It's kind of like when you have people coming over and you open that closet and you throw everything there so that way when they come in, they don't see it, and then you might not want to open that closet. Got it? Okay. So now we're going to talk about the emotional alchemy. Alchemy is a process of turning lead, lead, into gold, right? So what's your lead? Your fear, your doubt, your anger, right? They're heavy, they're dense, they're unrefined, they're yucky, right? And when you think about them, they make you go, oh, push it away, right? But hidden inside all that density is actually gold because that's where your boundaries lie. That's where your passion is and your protection. So if you feel like your boundaries are crossed, no one can cross your boundaries unless you let them. Your passion is what makes your soul feel light and happy. It's not just what you do. I have many passions. And your protection, like you becoming offensive defense all the time, but now it's just like I'm watching and I know when to put it in. However, let's go a little bit deeper to the emotion of anger. Anger is often just a boundary that has been crossed because it wasn't really set. And anger is also emotions that have not been processed. It's kind of like when you put a clean apple next to the, not even next, but if you leave that apple, never eat it, what happens? It rottens, right? So emotions that are not processed, that are pushed down, they can turn into anger, resentment as well. Now, fear is often awareness of unknown. So basically, I'm scared. I don't know what's going to be next. So that means I have to be scared of it because if I don't know it, I can't control it, right? So that's when the fear comes. However, integrating fear to wisdom, that's what we need to do, okay? Wisdom is very important. So that way you're feeling more in control of what's next, my love, okay? Jealousy, that's an ugly one, right? Jealousy is map showing us what you actually desire for yourself. So you might be watching somebody else have it, and you, although you might be happy for them, but you're like, why isn't it happening to me? So jealousy and envy, those are again unprocessed emotions because fear kept us down. So we didn't step out to get it done. You get the point, right? But now it's time to turn jealousy into ambition and clarity, okay? You following me so far? So here are practical methods that you can use the next time those yucky negative emotions start rising up in you. Because first, awareness is really important because you can feel them rise up. They don't just go boom, right? Like you can feel, and then you go, right? So that will be called the sacred pause. Pause. Instead of distracting yourself with your phone or food, stop. Put your hand on your heart and just breathe. Just breathe. And say to yourself, I see you in whatever emotion you're feeling, whether it be anger or so on. You are allowed to be here. Just acknowledge it because you already feel it. You already know why. Now, if you are in, let's say, conversation and the anger you feel building up, it's just like, when you acknowledge it, it's more like I'm getting worked up. I don't say angry personally. I say I'm getting worked up right now. And I don't go why. Because the why right now is not important. I have to understand that I'm getting worked up because when I get myself feeling worked up, that's when I'm in control of my emotion because I'm not suppressing it. However, I can act certain ways. So let's say if you're getting worked up while in a conversation, you can maybe excuse yourself, right? I'll talk to you later. Or sometimes I make the little, bathroom break. That's my favorite one. But anyhow, depending what the situation is. But being self-aware is really important because then once you acknowledge it, and when you know when you away from the situation, you can really now go, wow, what why was I feeling worked up? Was it because I was feeling belittled or whichever way? But that's on you. I'm not telling you what to answer. Just kind of go like, why was I feeling work? Why did that trigger me? Why did I feel like I had to protect myself, right? And in this time, when as you're getting the answers, because your intuition, your body, your guides, your angels will always give you it. So it's listening to the answer, processing the answer. That means is you might all of a sudden have a memory of someone or similar situation, and just allowing yourself to process it. One thing is not beating yourself up, not going living in it. For example, when I have memories come back, I don't know if it's going to be helpful to you. When I was younger, I will go, wow, I can't believe that happened. Like I couldn't even freaking defend myself. Like, why would that, like somebody actually do that? Like, and without blaming the person, it's more like acknowledging that, like, what, and I actually go like, what the F? You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. But I'm listening to my body and I'm processing it to kind of like letting it through. Because once you're allowing the emotions to work through, the memory will stay. However, the emotion is not there to control it. Because when you interrogate these parts of yourself, you stop leaking energy, you become whole. And when you are whole, you channel for your intuition, and it all opens up. You can easily feel what is good, what is not good for you. And then, that fear of unknown, the darkness, it starts to slowly fall away. It just goes slowly. And all of a sudden one day you go, oh, that's not there anymore, because it's just going to take its time. However, processing the emotions is really big. So whether you're embarking on spiritual journey or in journey to your intuition, or you want to go in a mediumship, you cannot fully be good channel when you have a lot of yucky stuff that you're hiding from, because being in this spot means you have to be in a spot of helping another person, not being judgmental, but that means it's also not judging yourself, right? So that's where the struggles will start falling away, my love, okay? If this resonates with you, I would love to know, how are you dealing with your negative emotions? Have you been feeling any lately? And don't forget to subscribe. I know I'm supposed to say that. My name is Dorota. I am spiritual mentor. I am a medium, and I'm also a minister, because it is all about coming home to you, my love. And to come home to you is working through what is holding you back. Have a blessed day, my love.